So I'm Allison Orr. I'm a linguistics major and I'm graduating in June. I started studying Chinese at the beginning of this school year, so in the fall. So I guess I would be done with the 100 bubble when I graduate.
Okay, so my name's Elena Biersdorf, and I'm a sophomore, and my major is planning, public policy, and management. And I've been studying Chinese about 6 weeks.
My name is Yuri Lee, and I'm Korean, and I'm studying in education and foundation major. And I studied Chinese just this year, so I'm in the 103, Chinese 103.
I decided to study Chinese because I needed to take another foreign language for the linguistics program, and it sounded really interesting. And I've wanted to travel and maybe visit China or Taiwan for a long time, so I thought it would be useful to know Chinese. And the last thing is there's more Mandarin speakers in the world than any other language, so I thought that I would be able to talk to more people if I learned Chinese.
This summer I'm going to China, so I'm going for 6 weeks, and yeah, I want to know Chinese because when I get there, I'm not going to know what people are saying or what signs say, so if maybe I know a little bit, it'll be helpful.
Because my boyfriend is Chinese, and I also interested in Chinese culture and especially their food. Yeah.
A lot of it is challenging, but it's been really good too. I think the hardest part for me is making myself write the characters every day because otherwise I forget them. And when I'm taking a test, I'll only remember how to write like half of it and forget the other side, and then it's so frustrating when that happens because I know what it is, but I can't remember if I don't write it often enough. And I feel like the grammar isn't too difficult, but I also have to make sure that I know where everything goes when I'm writing.
It's very difficult to get like the tones right because we don't have that in English, so it's new to me, and but every time I say it, I'm like, did I say it right? I don't know.
Firstly, the Chinese letter system is totally different from the Korean or English because Korean and English are alphabet system. So I don't need to memorize all the meaning of each letter, but Chinese letter, each one has special meaning, so I have to memorize it, and it looks complicated for me, so yeah, it's hard for me to study.
One of my teachers is Chinese and the other is Taiwanese, and so they sometimes teach us things about Chinese culture in class, but honestly, in school in the US, they don't teach us almost anything. At least at my school, they didn't teach us very much about the history of China or of any East Asian countries really at all. So it's been really interesting to learn more because I basically didn't know anything.
I'm actually taking a class that's called Music of World Cultures, and we study China a little bit. And so I think Chinese culture is very interesting. I like to study it a lot, and I'm really excited to experience it for real.
It's really interesting. Like, even my home family culture is Korean, same Asian culture as Chinese one, but Chinese culture is more traditional and conservative, and Korean one is more like open. So yeah, it's very interesting, but somehow they also look similar because since from the long time ago they traded together culturally, so they look similar, but I don't know, somehow they are different, so it's kind of hard to explain it.
Yeah, I would really like to visit. I've never been there, so it would be great to visit there and maybe stay for a long time. I'm hoping that after I graduate I can find a job teaching abroad, hopefully in China or Taiwan, so then I can get better at speaking Chinese and make some money and get to visit some new places. It sounds really cool. But I'd be kind of scared to go there.
I thought about maybe I could be like an English teacher in China, but I don't know. But I think that would be a really cool opportunity. So I have some friends who've been English teachers in China, and they usually go for like 2 years, and sometimes they end up staying longer. And I get like letters from them about what they're doing and what they're doing with their students. And it sounds really cool. They've been able to build really good relationships with their students.
Yeah, of course. Like some of my friends from high school went to China to study there, and some of them settled down in China, and they really succeeded in their business. So somehow I really get jealous of it. Yeah. Also, my boyfriend is Chinese, so sometimes I dream to go to China and live with him, and also have a teaching job there, like teaching English or Korean together. Yeah, that would be great.
My main experience with meeting Chinese people has been at the university because there are so many international students that go here now. And it's been really positive for the most part. Especially like at work, there are a lot of Chinese people that work at Global Scholars. I don't know exactly why there are so many people, but it's great. And yeah, I think it's been really interesting to just meet more people from around the world, and it just so happens that a lot of Chinese people come to the U of O. And I think it would be cool if more Americans wanted to go and visit China too and see what it was like there. But we'll see. A lot of people are too intimidated to try to learn Chinese because they think it's so hard. But it's really not that hard. It's fun. It's good.
I think it's really great that the cultures can learn from each other. This summer when I go for 6 weeks, we're going to share at a university about American culture. We're going to teach classes about like holidays and food and what it's like to grow up in America. But we're also going to learn about Chinese culture. They're going to teach us the same things like holidays and traditions. So I think it's really cool that we can both share and learn from each other and also live together. And I'm excited about going to China and being at their university because usually I know Chinese students who have come here. So it's cool to be able to go and kind of reverse the situation. So.
Wow, it's kind of difficult. Yeah, I think if a Chinese one and the American one meet together and they harmonize together, that would be great because American culture focus on or based on individualism. Also, Chinese one in opposite way, they focus on the communitism or like the community is the first one, then over the individual things. So if they meet together, then they can balance each side, also make up the weakness of each side and have it. Also, Chinese language is really, really influential and very powerful this day in the world market in any place in the world. And there's American, the English too. So I think if they meet together, it's gonna be really boost to the synergy of two languages power. Yeah, that's why I really jealous of or envy of the Chinese American somehow can speak Chinese English together.